winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
And, Coach, we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Come on, fellas. Here we go. What's that? Pittsburgh. That's it. Rip right. Tighten up.
A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Silver.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Pac-Man. 180. 56. Go.
On third down, Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
They're running it. Flat.
They keep it with Penny on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Wentz, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd down, It's Johnson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. Finds the open target, Arnold, as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. Now a handoff here to his running back. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. He will push his way down to about the 14. Two yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready? Get out of the room. Henry.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Check it back.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage.
This close to the goal line, you got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And he's got him. Touchdown, Saints. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Throwing his Wentz. Flushed out right. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Penny. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Steps away to his left. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 2nd down, Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Wentz. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Wentz going to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And all the way down to the 29. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Come on now.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the 24, Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
82, 14. 56 to Mike, 56. Hey, foxtrot. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
On third and long, it's Wentz. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Go. 20. 56. You. Hey, kill. Hey, 4 kill.
On first down, Wentz. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to find his tight end, Dan Arnold. That'll bring up second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he fires one incomplete. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth.
What we got?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It was Matthew Adams who got him down on the defensive side. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They run. It's Johnson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. On second down now. It's Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. On third down, Penny. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Past the 20. A gain of 39 that time. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Back to throw.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll set up a throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Steelers 3. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
I can't let you play. Hey, Echo.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. Second and 5. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Check 25. 5-9. Hey, Haywood.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 11. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this ride.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, this is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. Extra point by Maher, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. They'll drop the throw. That's complete to Meredith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
That's good for the Saints.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second and 1. Completes this one to Meredith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On first down, Johnson. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Duke Johnson, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
22.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. They'll set up to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep. It's caught inside the 25. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. It's a big play there for the Saints. 45 yards. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Steelers 32, Saints 29. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Go. Check 56. Run. 52.
Now Rashad Penny trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
First down, Steelers.
Done. 120. Rip.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Steelers, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.